Blessings and good morning. Happy Labor Day to you guys. It is September 4th and it's so beautiful outside. The sun is shining and it's foggy. And I'm just going to take a walk this morning and probably do some talking. I'm kind of feeling a little restless and a little bored this morning, trying to figure out what to do with my day, what to do with my emotions. I'm feeling a lot of emotions, and I think like getting outside in nature and taking in the outside world, absorbing the outside world and listening to the birds and just looking around me. And thank God I live somewhere right now at this time where I could come outside and it's quiet and peaceful and it has this kind of atmosphere. I think that's gonna do me some good. I decided to probably take advantage of doing that and recording a video because I am such a millennial now, that this is what we do. It would be good to kind of get back to being the kind of person that could just live and not record, but I don't know, something about this time makes you just want to take out your phone and record everything. I don't know. It's just what we do, what we millennials do, what we young generation do. Even the older folks do it now. It's what we do. And I'm in a season and in a moment in my life where it's like you're kind of revisiting the past. I am far enough from. I'm 4 decades old now. And I'm far enough from the day I was born that I have memories. I have periods of time, on the timeline where I recognize the changes. And so I've gotten to the point where I'm old enough to remember how things used to be and how things were. And I have a personal private Instagram account, where I just share about my life. I share a little bit more personal details about my life, and I reserve that account for people that I really do feel, are kind of have an interest in my life and don't mean me harm, and they want what's best for me, and they like to hear about my family and like to hear, they have an interest, a positive interest in towards my family life and towards my personal life. So I share stuff on that account, that I've decided not to share on public accounts because I don't know who's following me, and I don't know, I don't have enough information about my followers to share those personal things. So anyway, on that account, Letitia Loves Life. Yes, I love my name. Letitia Loves Life. I follow a lot of nostalgic themed Instagram accounts, because I grew up in the 90s. I was born in the 80s. I saw our world transition in the 2000s, and in the 2000s is when I started to experience a lot of adult stuff. Got married, had my kids, and experienced a lot of adulting in the 2000s. And 2016 is when the world really changed and it became what it is now, dangerous and divisive, and it's bad right now. It's bad, but it's also good, for me and my life and my family life is all during this time when it was bad for a lot of people, and it's just bad in the sense of the loudness and the division and the dangerous and the danger that we're in. It's also been a moment where I've been really had the opportunity to enjoy living and enjoy and not take things for granted, and to live somewhere really beautiful and wonderful. As you can see, this we wanted to call this farm Faith Ponds Farm, and the reason I wanted to call this farm Faith Ponds Farm is because it took a leap of faith to step into this blessing. It didn't happen easy. A lot of the things in my life didn't happen easy. It really did take courage and faith and the belief that, you could reach for something beyond what you imagined that you could have, beyond what, well, let me rephrase that, because I can imagine. My imagination goes really far, and I can imagine really big things for my life. So my imagination was there, but I should say beyond what other people could imagine that you could have, and sometimes people just think that you are meant to be small, are meant to have less, or to stay small, or to stay at a certain level. I never believed that for my life. I always believed that, I can go as far as my imagination could take me, and even beyond where my imagination could take me. I believe that anything is possible. I have faith. I have faith in the ability to live the best life, the happiest, thriving, wonderful life that I could possibly live. And I have shared a few times recently what my favorite quote has always been. From the first time I heard this quote, it resonated with me, and it's a quote by Marianne Williamson, and it talks about our deepest fear, and that resonated with me because I felt like for a long period of my life, I felt like I needed to stay small so that I didn't make people feel bad. So I didn't make people feel bad, or come off as though I am better, or I deserve more, or, I'm more special than anybody else. I wanted to make people feel good about themselves. And that quote really resonated with me because it said that if you allow yourself, and I'm paraphrasing, if you allow yourself, you liberate yourself from that, and you allow yourself to shine as bright as you could possibly shine, as bright as you're meant to shine. In other words, you allow yourself to be as big as you can possibly be, or accomplish whatever is possible for you, that you liberate others to try to do the same thing, to be the same thing. And that takes practice. I still really do need to work on not being afraid to be myself, not having a lack of confidence in who I am and what I can do, and what I can have or where I can go. So I truly believe that anything is possible, and I could do any damn thing I want to do, and reach for the clouds, reach for the stars, reach for the sky, reach for the sun, however you want to say it, but go as far as I could possibly go. And, I've believed that my entire life. And honestly, if you ask me how I got where I got, or how I was able to do what I was able to do, I don't know. That's why I believe there's something bigger than me. There's something bigger than me, but I'm really starting to really try to understand humanity and life and how it works, and try to understand the spiritual things of life, things like karma, spirituality, sowing good seeds, sowing positive seeds. And I believe, you sow positive seeds, you reap positive benefits. You reap good things. You sow negative seeds, toxic seeds, and you reap toxic things. And I'm seeing the results of that. I'm seeing the results of that with people I know personally. And I am seeing the results of that just on a larger scale right now. You know, I mean, we have an opportunity here to really learn some things, make better choices, and create a better future for the generations to come after us, to do better things, you know, to be better than the generations before us, you know. Um, we can learn from past mistakes, we can learn from past choices and the things that have been done before, and we could really do better. And I I'm doing a lot of thinking, as I usually do, and I'm wondering about this age, this digital age. This digital age is scary, you know, but I also see the benefits of it. I think that in a way it would be kind of good to go back to the time of not, you know, without these phones, and without, you know, maybe I'll be just taking a walk and listening to myself instead of talking to my phone. But you know what? For me, I like doing this because it makes me feel less lonely. You know, I feel like you are with me, even though you're not, even though I am by myself, you know. And I feel like this digital age helped us through a terrible pandemic, and helped us stay connected, help us organize, you know, help us be with each other without being with each other. And maybe we just probably have to learn to find balance, you know. But I honestly do love doing this. I love creating videos. I love sharing about my life. I love sharing about what I did, and sharing the joys and excitement of things that I did and accomplished. And I overthink it. I'm like, oh my gosh, am I sharing too much? Why am I sharing this? Who's gonna care? You know. But honestly, it does bring me joy. It does bring me joy to share my daily discoveries and thoughts and the things that interest me and make me happy, and hopefully I can make other people happy too. You know, but I really do think that we need to work on balance. I need to work on balance. But the time that I am in right now, the season that I'm in right now, this is September, and it is supposed to be, and I'm absolutely sure it is, my last month on this farm. And as you can see, as I'm taking you for a walk on this farm, you can see how beautiful it is. You know, it will be missed. It will be missed. And I'm going to be honest with you. At this very moment, I don't know specifically what I'm getting into. I don't know where I'm going yet. You know, I have an idea, but I don't have a clue. Does that make sense? I don't have... That's a web. Can you see it? I have no idea. You know, where I will be in October, and how October is going to feel, and what, you know, am I going to be comfortable? Am I going to be happy? It's not going to be here. It's not going to be on this farm, you know. And yeah, yesterday I kind of gave away something big. You know, we gave away a few big things, but this one really made a difference. You know, this was our aquarium, and it was right outside our bedroom window, and that was something that you see every day. It made you happy. It was calming. It was peaceful. It had a pleasant sound. The fish are just beautiful, and I'm gonna miss it. And I feel the sadness from that. I feel that void, that empty corner, that it now feels real. You know, I think that was the one thing that really made it feel real. So I'm going to stop this video here, but I think I'm going to do a part 2, because, you know, I feel like talking, and I'm thankful that you took the time to listen. So check out part 2. Yes, guys, so this is part 2 to another Tish talk, and it is Labor Day in America. It is September 4th, 2023. August was my birthday month, and my daughter's birthday month. And she just turned 17 and I just turned 41, and you know, now we're in September. The goals for September is to finish cleanup by this barn. We have like 3 stalls, yucky stalls, to clean up. We clean up the barn for the most part. I got to clean up the chicken coop. It's very clean in there. It's clean in here. Look at that. As clean as chicken coop could be. You know, this once had life. We had our best nest box right here. We collect our eggs. It was so fun. We've been eating store-bought eggs for months now. We had chickens, lots of chickens. It was a journey, you know, and it will be missed. It will be missed, you know. This is, all right, let us go inside the barn. Got in here cleaned up. Look at it. It's all nice and clean. Sort of clean. That was almost pretty much clean. As far as barns go, it's pretty clean. You know. Cleaned up behind ourselves. We had ducks and geese. At one point we had rabbits. When we first started, we had rabbits. We had pigs and goats and sheep. And we never really became experts at anything because we weren't doing it long enough, but we got a taste of everything. Well, we got a little taste, or a little experience. Yeah, that's the right word. A little bit of experience in doing a little bit of everything. And it was fun, you know, it was fun. During spring, you will see turtles. You will find turtles on the grass crawling into the pond. You know. Wow, look at that sun. My gosh. It was a fun experience. And let's talk about feelings. I don't know how to explain my feelings. You know, I kind of feel like I have to go. It's important to go. You know, the signs says so. It's time. It's time. The season has ended, you know, and I have to begin a new season. I have to begin a new season in motherhood. I have to begin a new season in making sure that I live long, you know, live a long life, long healthy life if it's in my power to do so. Get my health in check, you know, my husband's health in check. You know, really do something about my body and get to the place where I need to be in good health, and try my best to live a healthy life, you know, and avoid diseases and illnesses and things that could really cut my life short. I really do want to do the whole thing, you know. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. And I want to live a calming, peaceful, positive life. I want to thrive, you know, and I want to pay it forward. I want to have a good life, but I don't want to have a good life just for myself. I want to pass it on. I want to do good things and make a difference in the people's lives that I, you know, have the privilege of being a part of or touching in some way. Like I mentioned in my previous video, we took our aquarium that we had for maybe, almost the whole time that we were here. Beautiful aquarium. And it was a nice price and everything. It was a wonderful aquarium. One of my favorite aquariums that we ever had. Took it for my friend yesterday. And I am happy for her. I also took parts of my garden. I took my ceramic pots that I bought from Christmas tree shop, and some of them have perennials in them, and some of them don't have anything, so she gets to choose what she wants to put in them. And she lives in the city, in a small little apartment thing. Do you call it apartment? I don't know. But anyway, small little house thing that's attached to other houses in the city. And we put some beautiful ceramic flower pots in her front yard. And I also gave her one of my flag pole things where you can put the seasonal flags, you know. And hopefully that's the beginning of a new way, a beginning of something special in her life. I'm gonna just take you over by my garden. I kind of already said goodbye to this garden. I didn't really give it the love and attention. I let nature take care of it at first. I was planning to, so I planted things. Planted some marigold seeds, and I did plant sunflower seeds, but for some reason the sunflower, like we had like a slug problem or something, and they ate all the damn flowers. So they ate the sprouts, the sunflower sprouts, so the young plants. So I never got to grow any sunflowers this year. I planted nasturtium seeds, and I did plant a few seeds from open packets of summer seeds. So I got one cucumber plant, and it looks like it's dying now. It's yellow, so it doesn't look very good. And I got a lot of tomato plants. I got some tomatoes to pick. Nasturtium. Anyway, this is what it looks like. That's what it looks like. I gave my friend most of my garden figurines, but I left this one behind because he is cracking. So I gave her the stuff from my fairy garden, but I left a few things. I kept a few things for myself, at least for now. Kept my wind spinner and my faith, peace and love, faith, hope, peace and love, and my Ukraine flag. And these are my rocks that I painted. Some of them, some I found, and I want you to see this one. This is a quote that stuck with me. I watched the yes, I'm going to be political because I'm a political person now, apparently. This is a quote from Alexander Vingman. Here, right matters, and he was talking about America, and that's something that he said at the impeachment hearings, first impeachment hearings, when he testified about, what he witnessed in regards to the phone call with that guy, the extortionist phone call with that guy. And that really resonated with me, because it's kind of like a kind of version of saying character matters, After getting to know the country a lot more, at the moment you almost wonder if here right really does matter, And I'm waiting for the American people to tell me if here right really does matter. I'm waiting to see how hard the American people fight for their democracy, because that's going to be so important and send a signal to the rest of the world. And no matter where I go, it's going to impact us. Wherever we go is going to impact us. What happens here in 2024 and 2025 and beyond is going to impact the rest of the world. And there's nowhere that I can go that I wouldn't feel the effects, But we decided to leave the United States because I guess we realized that maybe This is not our place. This is not our home. You know, it wasn't what I thought it was. You know, it wasn't what it was. What as I looked, watch these nostalgic videos, like old music videos and old commercials and all, because I'm following a lot of 90s and 80s and just really nostalgic accounts on my at Letitia's Love account, which I spoke about in my first in the previous video. As I watch these things, that's the America I thought America was, and I guess it kind of always had the issues that just was under the carpet and not mainstream. And going back to the point about the digital age empowered us to, to talk about things. Like I said, instead of just taking a walk around the farm by myself with my thoughts, I'm taking the walk around the farm with you guys, whoever you are, whoever is going to be watching this video. I feel your presence. I feel you watching me, and so because of the digital age, we're enabled to communicate with each other and teach each other things, and we learn more. We learn ambulance. We learn more, so we're more aware. And in a way, it's frightening to be aware and woke, especially for people who need other people to not be aware and not be woke, as they put it, But, you want to know something very interesting? The Bible, these people talk about being Christians and they're not. They're hypocrites. The Bible talks about these people. The Bible warned about these people. The wolves in sheep clothing. I don't know if the Bible actually used that phrase, but, the hypocrites, the liars, the deceivers, The Bible talks about being vigilant and being aware and being alert. And to me, the word woke is just another way of saying, it's like a short way of saying that. Being awake, being alert, being vigilant, paying attention, being aware of things, So they're funny. They're funny to talk about being woke as a bad thing. It's so funny how they try to take things that are really good things and make them bad things, and things that are horrible things make them good things. And it's up to the individual person to get their discernment in check and their wisdom in check and their mind in check, So once again, I'm like, are these phones bad for us or good for us? I think I'm going to go back to what I said. We need balance. We need balance. I feel like that, like when I move from here, I may be able to start to pursue that balance, because I feel like my mind might clear up a little bit coming from under this cloud, under the noise that is here, So, I don't know though. I really don't know. It's a little scary. I'm scared. Yeah, let me not say I'm scared. I don't know if I'm scared. I am. I don't know. I don't know what I am. I'm uncertain. I'm not sure. I don't know how it's going to go. I'm just waiting to see. I'm waiting to see it all. But in the meanwhile, I'm living in the moment. I am taking it a day at a time. I am trying to be a representation of right, Here, truth matters. And when I say here, I'm talking about my heart. I'm talking about in my soul, in my life. Truth matters. Good matters. Character matters. Love matters. Right matters, And that's what it is for me. So that's why I do what I do and say what I say and, live how I live, because here, right matters. And I know that I talk too long, but it is what it is. I need practice. Love y'all. Thanks for watching.